Hi, Jameson Eagles. It's Miss Donnelly from the PACE Lab again, here for career training. So, for the past couple of lessons, we've been talking about the management process from our same text, Exploring Life and Career. We have talked about setting a goal and how to do that. We have talked about planning in the management process. That was your assignment for Monday or Tuesday, depending on if you're an A or a B student. So the next two steps we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about two of the steps today because they're pretty short. So just to recap, the steps in the management process for reaching a goal include the following. The first one is setting a goal. The second one is planning. Number 3 is implementing the goal. And number 4 is evaluating the goal. Okay, so let's talk about what implementing and evaluating mean. So here we go. Once you make your plans, you must implement them. Does anybody know what that means when you are implementing a plan? Implement means to carry out your plan of action. During this step, check your progress. Make sure that you are following your plan. After checking, you may need to make a few changes to your plan, and that's okay. In order to follow his plan, Tiago made some changes. Instead of buying lunch at school every day, he started making his own lunch. This way, he would be sure to follow his personal meal plan. Now remember, Tiago was the student that wanted to lose some weight and make healthier choices. Yeah, he wanted to lose 20 pounds. Tiago also avoided playing a computer game right after school. Now, why is that, do you think? What are you doing when you're playing a computer game, typically? What am I doing right now while I'm talking on the computer? Sitting, right? Am I getting much exercise right now? No. Are you? Probably not, because you're sitting there listening to me. So by avoiding playing the computer game right after school, he could be more active during that time. So, lo and behold, he decided to work out in the school's gym and weight room before going home. What a great idea. At first, this was hard for him. He had to get used to waking up earlier in the morning to pack his own lunch. Now, what you could do is you could pack your lunch the night before, depending on what it was. But if you're just, going to have a lunch meat sandwich or um, cheese and crackers or what, you could plan, peanut butter and jelly, you could pack that the night before. He also had to get used to coming home later from school. That's yeah, that would take some getting used to. He was, however, able to quickly adjust to his new routine, just like you guys would. The last step of the management process is to evaluate. What do you think that means? Evaluate. Evaluate means to judge the entire plan of action. After you complete your plan, evaluate whether it was a good plan. You also need to evaluate your goals. Evaluating plans and goals can help you improve your management skills. If you find that your plans were weak or your goals were unrealistic, you can make changes in the future. So when you're evaluating your plan, oh, you know what? Let me just read this little sentence here because it's going to tell you a little bit more about it. After Tiago lost 20 pounds, he evaluated his weight loss plan. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. By evaluating it, you're going and you're looking back on what happened to see, did it work? Is there a way it could have worked better? So that's what it means to evaluate. Although it had taken a long time to lose 20 pounds, Tiago felt pretty good about his plan. It taught him to eat sensibly and get more physical activity. Okay, now that he has lost the weight, he knows he will be able to stay at the weight he wants. He knows he'll be able to stay at the weight he wants, but that is because he will have to continue following the plan that he made. Just because he lost 20 pounds doesn't mean now he can go back to eating all he wants for lunch and sitting around after school and playing computer games all night. He's going to have to stick with his new plan in order to keep that weight off. But he knows that, and that's a good thing because he implemented the plan slowly enough that it wasn't a drastic change. It was easy to make little changes along the way to accomplish his goal. So, okay, that is it in this section, which discussed the management process. So there'll be a short quiz, like always, at the end. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about time management. Time management is hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for everybody. It is really hard to manage time. So hopefully these steps that we go over, maybe I'll learn something and maybe you'll learn a little something and maybe we'll all find it a little bit more um, manageable to manage our time. Okay, that's it for the day. You guys have a good evening, and I hope to see each and every one of you soon. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me by now. So, all right, have a good day. Good luck. Do good.